Hey guys, what's up? It's your boy Jonathan Gadamu back at it again with another review, and this time we'll be reviewing episode 25 of Demon Slayer. And so this episode, it was a good episode. I really liked it. It was chill, they're continuing the training. There was a lot to unravel with this episode, but it starts off with Tanjiro. He's basically training. He's basically continuing his training. He asks the little girls, like, hey, can you come help me train? Just smack me up as hard as you can whenever I just stop breathing, whenever I stop doing the breathing training. And so we see him practice the breathing training at night. He's getting slapped up because he's still training. And then he continues to train. He's doing the running. He's pulling the boulders. He's doing everything, essentially. It's just training. It's just training. And so, again, he tries to do the tag thing with Kanao. And he gets close. He was about to grab her, but he does slips her arm out of the way, and he falls, and that's the end of the training. So then who comes by? Okay, yeah, Inouske and Zenitsu. They come by. They watch from the distance. They're like, but for some, it's so odd to see Inouske timid. Zenitsu, this is just him, but to see Inouske just still timid, he doesn't want to do it. I've never, this is so shocking to see him so scared about it. So that was crazy for me. And then, so they run away. And then now we're focusing more on, what is it? We see from Zenitsu and Inousuke's perspective of trying, they're training hard, they're trying to put in the effort. And then they see, and then they just gave up. And then they see Tanjiro, he's trying hard. He keeps pushing. They see that he sees that he was able to blow into the gourd and broke the small one, and then he sees that he's getting ahead of them, and that scares him more than anything, more than the tough training. Is that he doesn't want Tanjiro to pass him and go ahead and become further. So he does start the training a little bit. He talks with Shinobu and Tanjiro about the breathing. Oh no, this is impossible because it's really tough to hold it in. So they keep practicing the breathing. He's like, no. And then Tanjiro's like, it's okay, you guys, I just do the bam and wham and chow. And then he's just saying random words, and it's like, okay, yeah, whatever. But then Shinobu, she's smart. She knows what she's doing here. So she goes to Inouske. She's like, oh, you can't do it? Oh, that's fine. It's okay. Condescending him, saying it's okay. You don't have to do it. And that pisses him off, obviously, the most. He's like, oh, I'll rip your breast off. And it's just it's the worst comeback I've ever heard. But it was so funny because it's just him. It's perfectly him. And then basically all she has to do is hold his hand and be like, oh my gosh, he could do it. Yay. Like a cheerleader. He's like, yes. So they start training. Zenitsu and Inouske and them three are training. They're pulling the boulders. They're running on the fences and stuff. And then we see Kanao, and he's like, "Oh, you Shinobu basically goes to Kanao and tells, "You're in the same class. You should go train with them." And she just looks at her and then bows and walks away. And then when she goes to the well, she grabs a coin and then flips it. She goes like this, and then flashback time, and this one is of Kanao, and we get to learn more about Kanao as a character, why she is who she is. We find out that, she lived in a poor area. Her parents beat her constantly to the point, because they were poor and broke, they were frustrated, and they ended up taking their frustration out on their kids. And so eventually, after all the beating, she just lost the feeling of pain. She felt nothing emotion. She felt no emotion, whether it was hurt, anger, happiness, laughter. She felt none of it. She just couldn't feel it. And then eventually we find out that her parents sold her as a slave to somebody. And then she's just running. And then obviously as they're walking, that's when I forgot Shinobu's older sister, but Shinobu and her older sister walk up and they end up meeting her. And they see her, and they basically save her from him. They throw money at him and take the daughter away. And so she comes to their place. She gets cleaned up, everything good. But she still is just mute because she doesn't know how to do anything because she's been so mentally broken. And so, and then Shinobu was really different when she was younger. I guess the whole death really changed her, just not caring about it. But she was very vocal, active. You know what I mean? She was really opinionated. She's like the girl in the blue clothing with the two pigtails on the side. She's like that, but that's how she was when she was younger. And so she's basically telling her older sister, like, hey, this person does nothing. We can't really keep her. And she's like, and then her older sister's like, oh my gosh, no, but she's so cute. Oh my gosh, you know? And so she gave her the coin. She was the one who gave her the coin. And she's like, okay, whenever you need to do something, you have to flip a coin to decide whether you're going to do it or not. And I guess that's the stuck with her. So I guess she was flipping the coin to decide whether or not to work with them. And then obviously the coin said no until she walked away. And so they continue training. And then we flash back to reality, of course. And now they're continuing their training. And then all of a sudden, their swords are back. Because, you know, Inouske and Tanjiro's swords are broken. And Hanigazawa, and I forgot the other guy's name, the one for Inousuke's sword. Obviously, Hanigazawa really, he only cares about swords. He doesn't care about anyone but his swords. So he's pissed as hell when when he sees Tanjiro. He wants to kill him. He's like, you broke my sword. He's like, no, because you're a scrub. My swords don't break. And so after that, you know, he tells them, like, yeah. The calm guy tells Tanjiro that, yeah, he really cares about his swords. That's about it. And so then Inouske comes and he sees his sword. He's like, ooh, okay. And then he goes to Rock and he just starts banging and breaking his swords because so it can, like, have the jagged edges like his other sword did. And then the calm guy immediately gets pissed. And he's like, what the heck is your problem, dude? And then Inouske had to Tanjiro had to hold him back. He's about to kill the guy. And so then the swordsmen leave. And then now we flash back, and then we go forward a bit to Tanjiro doing the little training exercise with Kanao. And this time he actually succeeds. First with the cup of medicine, which is really nice. You know, his kind-hearted spirit, you really see it, because he didn't want to throw the water, the medication, the medicinal water onto her because it stinks. So she put on her head. And so that's showing him once again how he's nice. And then after that, they did the tag, and he was able to get her. And then this is what really got them. This is what really got him. This is seeing when Zenitsu and Inouske saw Tanjiro catch Kanao, they got so pissed. They're like, okay, no. Now we gotta speed up. Now they started going crazy. They were working hard. He had 3 boulders, and my boy Zenitsu was flying around the thing. So that because it's the competition. Competition brings the best out of people. So we're gonna see them grow, and after that we get a checkup. Shinobu checks up on Tanjiro, basically making sure you're all fine, you're all healthy, everything's good, your jaw's fine, you're ready to go out there and fight. And he's like, okay, thank you. And they have a little talk, and basically when he leaves, he's like, Shinobu's like, I have great expectations of you. I hope you do well, because you know, she sees something great in him. You know, she sees a great person, not only a great demon slayer, but a great person. So it's gonna be exciting to see his growth. And then after that, he goes back to his room. That was the craziest thing part where I was pretty mad because I checked the time of the episode at that time. I was like, it's almost over. I was like, we haven't seen Nezuko at all. I was like, I need my Nezuko content. Come on, Chief. And then right after he says that, he goes to the room and talks to Nezuko. Because apparently Nezuko has been asleep. Oh, no. Shoot. I almost forgot. Important. This is important information, I think. The naming, he asked him about the Hirokani fire dance, right? The one that he did against the spider guy. And she basically said, I've never heard of a fire breathing. He said he's heard of flame breathing because that's obviously one of the 9 pillars. But I haven't heard of fire breathing. And he says, what's the difference? It's like, I don't know, but and the naming of the breathing is strict. So if there is a flame breathing and a fire breathing, there is a difference. They're not the same thing. So I guess we're gonna have to ask, so he's gonna talk to the flame guy, the flame breathing, and ask if he knows anything about fire breathing. So I guess we're gonna go meet him up eventually. I think that's the goal, because he's gonna find out more information about him, because he's currently on a mission. And I think at the end of the chapter, it shows that I think they'll meet up then, because not only will he learn more about the flame breathing, but he's going to go on a mission after this. So, yeah, so he figures out more about, I think it's a pretty important note to know that there is a difference between, the naming, if you're the sound, let's say the sound breathing and there is a difference between sound and hearing. Like if there's a hearing breathing, I don't really know, but the hearing breathing and sound breathing, if there is a distinct difference between those two. So it's interesting to know about how the concept of breathing and like all these different like types of breathing. So there's like we find that there is a difference. So then after the talk with Shinobu, he goes to his room and he meets up with Nezuko, and he just has a talk with her about how because she's been asleep for a couple of days, because he's been through a lot. Cause not only the whole mountain fighting thing, but right after the mountain fighting thing, she had to deal with getting cut, like stabbed over and over again by that pillar, and she had to prove herself to the people. So she was pretty exhausted. So she's been sleeping for a couple days. And just basically talking to her, just being like, I have great comrades, everything. It's kind of just like a peaceful way to end the episode. What else we thought? Because then after this scene, we go to a train, and then in that train, there's a demon killing them, eating someone, and that's how the chapter ends. So I guess the next arc is gonna be about this demon in the train and how he's eating. How this is probably the next demon we have to kill. So it's gonna be interesting to see what happens, because he doesn't seem to be a pillar. He doesn't seem to be a pillar in any sort, because you look at his eyes. He has two normal eyes. He doesn't have like a number in one of his eyes. So he's not a pillar. He's just a normal demon. So it's gonna be exciting to see what goes on, how they grow, and I'm pretty and it's a bummer because the next episode is the last episode, because it looks like they might start the arc at the end of this episode, at the end of next episode, and then next season will be the beginning into that. So I'm excited to look forward to it. I'm excited to see what happens. Y'all, yeah, that's it for me today. If y'all have anything you want to tell me about this chapter, this episode, gosh dang it, episode. If y'all have anything you want to tell me about this episode, whether it's like, did you like it, did you hate it, what do you like the series, do you hate it, anything about this episode, what you find great about it, or like other shows that you want to talk about. We can talk about any show you want in the comments. I would really appreciate any support. You got any criticisms or any support, like anything you want to say about me personally, I'd love to hear it. And also, subscribe, like, comment, do the thing. And that's it. It was a great episode, and that's it for me. Also, link down below my socials if you just want to talk personally and private about anything you got going on. I use Twitter more than Instagram, but if you send me a DM on either, I will respond. But yeah, I appreciate I appreciate all the support with all the views. It's been a lot, and I hope you guys can continue to watch my channel. I hope I give you content that you want to watch. And you have any recommendations, tell me down below. Yeah, that's it for me today. It was a good episode. Liked it. And y'all have a good day. Y'all do something great. There's still plenty of time. And see ya.